Gotta at least do a mic check. Ryan is never allowed to come back to AllBall TV for like 2 months. You see the thumbnail, man. AllBall TV. The Knicks have traded for Karl Anthony Towns. AllBall TV. They scared, but I'm not. They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
Man.
Knicks Rehab. Knicks Rehab.
One more time.
Knicks Rehab.
Big Baby was good. Good looks for calling me, man. Oh, wow. Big Baby's on Twitch, man. Appreciate it. You know, it's Friday, family time. You hear the disgruntledness in my voice. The Knicks have traded for Karl Anthony Towns. Let me get I saw Brock Aller. If that's really him, he's the Knicks capologist they got from the Cleveland Cavaliers. Sorry, I'm depressed. You got the full trade here, Brock. Yeah, if you say so. You're a fucking clown, Tyrese. How about that? You talking about? Trade for Donte Divecenzo back. Is this the real Brock Aller? Jesus Christ. How is this not what's trending? Wow. Thanks, Josiah. From what I understand, it's Karl Anthony Towns for Julius Randle, Donte Divecenzo, and a first-round pick. Do I sound excited? Big Baby thinks it's a good trade. The sporting page is mocking me. I want to go back. My immediate reaction is I hate it. Brock Aller apparently feels like Julius Randle does not fit with this roster. Karl Anthony Towns is 3 times the shooter and rebounder that JR is. How is he a better rebounder? Under Tibbs, he did immaculate, though. Can't lie. His best years under Tibbs. We'll get to that in a second. Julius Randle was not taking a discount this extension. That's where this lies. Trading DiVincenzo sucks, but we traded him at his peak value. Mitchell Robinson injury plus need size, and our window is now. So they're not playing. The window is now for the New York Knicks. They're not playing about that. Do I have to be happy about that? Do I have to be happy about that? Anyway, Karl Anthony Towns has made All-NBA twice, once under Tibbs. He was an All-Star that year. He made the All-Star team 4 times. If I'm mistaken, that's twice under Tibbs. These years right here, double-digit rebounds under Tibbs, 82 games, 77. He's only played 70 games once since 2019. Obviously, the bubble seasons in between there. Last year, 29 games, or 2 seasons ago, 29 games. Last season, 62 games. These being his best seasons under Tibbs, if I'm not mistaken. Let's get Tibbs at Minnesota just to make sure. He was coaching the Minnesota Timberwolves from 2016 until 2019. Right? So 2019 was his last season, last time there. Karl Anthony Towns went all out for him. Karl Anthony Towns shot 53.5% from the field, 39.7% from the three-point line, which makes it about 40%, 84% free throw shooter. He's a 50, 80, 90 guy. He was 50, 40, 90 last year along with Nas Reed. And the 12 rebounds a game, 3 offensive rebounds a game, 1 block, 0.8 steals. That stands out. Because his defensive rating in a second, but if you notice, he's never cracked three offensive rebounds a game since Tibbs left. Right? Those are all pluses about him. Per 36, what's the advanced stats? Here we go. His win shares. Can somebody help me what the hell this means? Defensive win shares. 3.6, 3.4, 3.2. So his best defensive win shares was last year alongside Rudy Gobert, and his other 2 best defensive win share seasons were under Tom Thibodeau. Right? His best win share seasons were all under Tom Thibodeau. His best total rebound percentage, all under Tom Thibodeau. Best offensive win shares under Tom Thibodeau. When they in my time. Dime, do you want to jump on here? I can send you a link and we can just link it together. Yeah, I'll send you the link, Dom. I mean, you could just jump right in. What the hell what am I talking about? Jump in, motherfucker. Obviously, the positives are Karl Anthony Towns fills in for Mitchell Robinson. Right? He's the 7-footer, fills in for Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson's out till December or January. That's the front court they were looking for. Front court replacement. This rebounding. It is concerning, but Rudy Gobert was there to snatch some steals up last year. The year before, if I'm not mistaken. So that's 8 rebounds a game. He stopped averaging 10 rebounds a game, since 3 years ago. He played center up until then, apparently, which I don't believe that. A center that shoots 8 3-pointers a game, amazing. Also, this is an answer to Porzingis being in Boston, right? He stretches the floor. Like we can't deny that. Karl Anthony Towns stretches the floor. With OG there, Bridges. Now you leave the floor open. I also believe they must believe in Tyler Kolek and finding these guys minutes. Um, do I have to like now admit Gilbert Arenas was now right? I already tweeted him. I don't care if he responds. I added him. Um, I should add him while I'm live. Let me go live. I'm gonna add Gilbert Arenas. What's he doing in California? What's going on in Calais? Obviously, just a lot going on with Julius Randle. A lot of questions were solved. Again, going back to what Brock Aller said, right? Julius Randle was not taking a discount this extension. If this is the real Brock Aller, clearly he's not, might not be. Trading DiVincenzo sucks, but we traded him at his peak. All facts. Mitchell Robinson plus need for size. Our window is now. That was the best move for Randle. Yeah, especially with I like Legend and Winning's latest video, especially with Gilbert Arenas doing a live video reacting to us saying, what makes you think that these guys are gonna want to come off the bench all of a sudden? That they all want to play second fiddle. Listen, man, like I said, like I told him, I don't know if apologize. I can't apologize, but I was definitely wrong. He was giving you the player's point of view, right? Like, if I'm a player, why would I want to go back to the bench? We don't know if DiVincenzo was not necessarily willing to do that. But we also know the Knicks were more comfortable with Karl Anthony Towns at $50 million a year than Julius Randle anywhere near that, right? They were more comfortable with Karl Anthony Towns being able to spread the floor. Karl Anthony Towns, who is he 29 years old or 30? Nine years of experience. He is 28 years old. He turns 29 on November 15th. So Randall's around the same age, right? 28, 29. Julius Randle is a year older. He turns 30 in November, late November as well. Both Kentucky guys. I disagree, Sporting Page. Cat did not show up against the Denver Nuggets. But before I, shit on Cat, tell you how somber I am about it. How for years I've been saying I want nothing to do with him. Let's go back to Brock Aller, right? He did say Julius Randle was not taking a discount this extension. Let's not forget he took the extension in the first place. He took a discount on the extension in the first place. That's what led all of these dominoes to fall. Randle went from an all-NBA player 2 times on the Knicks. Led us in the playoffs. Didn't have Mitchell Robinson against the Hawks. We faltered. Doesn't have a great playoff run. But what he showed last year was amazing. And, we can't front on that. Oh, my God. My fucking guy's in the building. I needed this guy in the building. Man, playing your drop.
Big Flea, never the little one. Never the little one.
Yeah, man. I'm somber. I was up to the part where I went through the trade with Cat. The great things about him, the shooting, his best years under Tibbs. Now I'm up to the point where it was with Julius Randle, how he took less of an extension the first time, took a discount. Divincenzo, of course, a monster season, memorable, super like Nick legendary playoff run. The shooter, whether he's starting or off the bench, pretty good defender. Obviously with the chemistry with the Nova Knicks, he was great. I just finished saying how Gilbert Arenas was right, and I'm disgusted.
Why is he right?
Well, maybe not in the, let's say, Divincenzo and Josh Hart going to the bench. The jury's still out on Divincenzo being willing to take a lesser role, but Julius Randle clearly doesn't want to take another discount, and maybe he's not fine being the second fiddle, getting paid with a discount.
I mean, his minutes was going to be cut regardless.
Randle?
Right? No, Divincenzo.
Right.
Like the moves that we made even prior to this move that we just made, I think these minutes were going to look different than they did last season anyway. And I don't think he's a guy that would make a fuss, especially being with 3 to 4 guys that he played college basketball with, won championships with. I don't think he would be a guy to like have a riff about taking less minutes, especially when it's one of his old teammates coming in, which is Mikal Bridges. So I don't think this move really had anything to do with Divincenzo having an issue coming off the bench or taking less minutes. This was this was a move to kind of change up how we do things and how we approach the game offensively. I mean, Cat is a guy that, yes, is going to be able to pick and pop. He's going to be able to stretch the floor. He is a guy that could go get you 25 to 30 any given night. I mean, I'm not, again, like I said, I need to sleep on this and really give this some thought. But, some are saying, okay, we losing 2 for 1. But DiVincenzo really is being replaced by Bridges. So,
right.
Essentially, I think, we've gotten better. There are question marks for sure.
Whoa, let's stop right there.
Okay.
So I was going into how Karl Anthony Towns' best seasons were under Tom Thibodeau. Karl Anthony Towns' best rebounding years under Thibodeau. Karl Anthony Towns' best offensive rebound. He has not cracked 3 offensive rebounds a game since Tom Thibodeau. Okay. Best defensive win share seasons, best win share seasons, best total rebounding percentage seasons. All the analytics point to that. So all these things point to him. Of course, we got a big man, 7-footer there to replace Mitchell Robinson also. So the 2 for 1 thing is like, yeah, we lost Randle, we lost DiVincenzo, but we were questioning that front court since the summertime. So in your opinion, this is an upgrade?
I would have to say it's an upgrade. Again, the way that we can attack teams now is very different than what we were going to be able to do with Randle. Randle likes to play bully ball. He likes to get his in isolation. Again, I like the way he passes out of a double team, but now there's going to be 2 guys on the floor that at times may demand a double team. Brunson being one of those guys, and now Cat being one of those guys. Again, bro. You know me. I don't usually jump out the window, so I gotta really sleep on this. And I'm so like, we was just talking about this 30 minutes ago, hour ago, maybe.
Ryan texted me as soon as I got off. You're trying to. I see the missed call, but
I'm calling you. I'm blowing your phone up. Like
I'm trying to. Family night.
Right. Of course.
And then I thought it was a rumor when I seen your phone call and I seen Ryan's text message. He's like, "Yo, Shams reporting Cat to the Knicks." I'm like, "Okay, whatever." And he goes, "No, like it happened already." What? What?
brother,
What?
brother. We literally just got off. We just finished. Just got out of there. After giving the people 2 hours, we was showing y'all love. We wanted to rap with y'all tonight. It's Friday night, and they jump out there and do this.
I hated the move, but examining it, I like it now. The design of the team is far better for Cat's play style than Randle.
It is. It is the sporting page. I agree with you. I agree with you. Again, I love Julius, and this is not a knock on Julius. And I think the spot that he's in now, he could really flourish. But getting Cat, man, I'm telling you, he's going to have to mix it up now. He's gonna have to mix it up now, Fabian. He's gonna have to clean the glass. What am I keep saying about that? He's going to have to. This is no, you ain't got no choice at this point.
He better show out. Best rebounding years under Tibbs. You want to see that again. Again, better scoring option than iHeart. He's decent with the dribble handoff. His pick and pop is going to be more serious than iHeart ever could. And Randle couldn't pick and pop. He couldn't just pick in this. You roll off for him, go to the basket, he dumps it off to you at the 3-point line. We got that. Stretches the floor in that way. He can kick it back. He's a decent passer. Karl Anthony Towns definitely a decent passer. 7 and from the 7-foot range. He, of course, I love iHeart's passing. I don't think he's quite the passer iHeart is, but that's not really that hard to do when they have to guard Bridges on one side. He has some shooting for us. I also believe they believe in Tyler Kolek, bro.
Oh, but I fully he's gonna be a part of that second unit, and I think you could run the second unit through Mikal Bridges if you want to, or OG if you want to.
I like Mikal, and that's with that second unit.
Yeah, I think that's perfect. You could run Mikal with that and play Kolek at the one when you need to give when you need to spell Brunson. There's things that we can we got options now in terms of different lineups.
But why does it hurt them?
Why does it hurt who?
Us to sound like this. I hear you see Big Dog real quick. Damn, y'all act like you got a D-League player. It is a positive thing.
Nah, I love what Divincenzo brought us last season, right? I love what he brought us last season. Had a career year last season. Hit a lot of big shots. Extremely tough player. Way better defender than I thought he was.
Yes.
Really got the crowd into it. A spark off the, you know what I mean? Just a real spark, right? The energy that he played with. We'll miss that. Yes, Bridges is his replacement, and I love Mikal Bridges. I'm just talking about what we'll miss from Donte Divecenzo. And obviously Julius Randle. Like Big Dog just said, damn, y'all act like y'all got a D-League player. This is a positive thing. 1,000%. But you acting like we giving up a D-League player. We giving up a 3-time All-Star, 2-time All-NBA player, a guy that was 25 and 10 for us. Like, yeah. I want Cat to come in here and really buy into our culture. Buy into what we like to do. How we approaching things. We're a gritty team, not a soft team. We like to rebound. We like to get on the floor. Second chance opportunities. We like to be on the offensive glass. Like, these are the things that we like to do. So yeah, we like to play defense. So yes, I want to make sure that Cat is in for that, because that's what we're about. And this move is clearly about, matching these teams in the Eastern Conference. I think we're trying to beat Boston at their own game right now.
Right.
Which is opening up the floor, being able to have some pace, having a big that be able to go get you 25. So, there's a couple different ways to look at this. But like I said, those are my concerns.
Well, Gilbert Arenas, Brandon Jennings was on a couple weeks ago, and he said what we were talking about for years now. Julius Randle for Cat. There was always a CAA connection, Tom Thibodeau connection, and let's give Gil's Arena their props, specifically Brandon Jennings. You ain't call this. You ain't call this, Gil. The other Hooper did.
But obviously, you're Julius. You feel like you've been disrespected. We've seen Knicks fans ripping his poster down on the ground. Situation in previous season with him, obviously going and hugging his wife that caused a stir on this show when Kenyon pointed that out, that he wasn't celebrating with his teammates. Now you got this whole Villanova crew coming in. Do you feel like an outsider on this squad that you used to be the man?
When you got former Knicks players, you know what I'm saying, talking crazy about you, it's going to be hard for you to really, pop out and show. You know what I'm saying? You can't really do that. You're not giving a fair shot.
At the end of the day, man, who they gonna get for Julius Randle?
Julius Randle. That's what I've been saying.
You think you're gonna get back a 24-9 guy?
No.
But who said you need that though? With the pieces that we have,
So if you don't need it,
said
then
we.
why would you get rid of him?
trade it for Cat.
Listen,
I'll take Cat for him right now.
Would you make a move, Randall, for Cat?
I like dogs, not cats.
Cats.
Ah. They're eating dogs.
Shout out Gil's Arena, you dirty mother lovers.
But to be honest with you, Gil was wrong right there. He said, "What you think you're gonna get? A guy that's 24-9? Yes, that's what we getting back."
But he heard Brandon Jennings throw the name out there, and then we all heard the rumors, we saw the connection. So sometimes you hear something in real time and go, he did give him the Well, I don't know who did the but I ain't in no position to be talking to. He said, "What you gonna play all the Nova Knicks? Not happening." I gotta give them their props, bro. I can't. I hate Cat. We like dogs, Flea. What up?
We like dogs. And if let me tell you something. If Cat has any dog in him, plus the talent that he is, he one of the best players in the league.
Not top what?
Lord have mercy. If he plays if he plays like a killer with everything that he has, yeah.
Flea. Wow.
Yeah. One of them.
He's never had. He has
Fabian.
Ant-Man, but Ant-Man isn't quite Brunson.
Fabian.
Has he ever had a team like this around him?
Like this?
I mean, Karl Anthony Towns and Alexander, why am I forgetting my name? McDaniels, tough. Also, Divecenzo adds to that defensive rotation.
Nah, Minnesota. I think Minnesota made out just fine.
Yeah, they got the athletic perimeter guys they were looking for. They wanted them go more athletic. They got is it Dillingham? So you say his name, the point guard out of in the draft. He traded from the Spurs. Rob Dillingham.
Yeah. So that's the guard. That's the guard. They gonna usher him in at once. Once Conley's done. Conley's older. Conley's still a starting point guard, but I'm sure they'll be looking to get Rob Dillingham to be a starting point guard in this league.
To start, eventually.
At some point. That's what I'm saying. At some point. I'm not saying Conley is the starting guard. Once the season starts. I'm saying at some point, it may not be this season, it may be next season. I'm saying Dillingham is, the guy that I'm sure that they're grooming to try to get into that one spot.
And there was it's not like they didn't have beef before. Karl Anthony Towns and Tom Thibodeau, they weren't a match made in heaven, especially post Minnesota. We found that out with his comments. Karl Anthony Towns and Tom Thibodeau are officially at peace with each other. So why would you need peace? If Mike Breen and Wally Zerbiak were running out of talking points for Saturday's second preseason game again with Knicks versus Wolves, Stephen Bondy, Tom Thibodeau, this is last year, correct? Yes, October 14, 2023. Tom Thibodeau said that Karl Anthony Towns is as gifted as they come. Tibbs and Towns, just in case, shared the locker room in many. The Wolves ended up firing the coach and president of the organization then before the end of the 2019 season. Supposedly, asked about the beef Tibbs between him and Tibbs that led to the firing of the latter by many, Towns said two men, grown men, got together and had a conversation. It was done. It was done years ago. Tibbs on Thursday said, when you look at a big offensive player, the skill set that he has, I think we all saw to win the 3-point contest and stuff like that. There's nothing he can't do offensively. Oof. Karl Anthony Towns is who Mitchell Robinson thinks he is in the summertime, right?
Absolutely. 1000%.
Towns didn't delve into the specifics of their past discussions, but made clear he has got no problems with Tibbs. He still look at Tibbs as one of the best X's and O's coaches I've ever been able to play for. He breathes winning, and I got nothing but respect for him. Ooh, they're trying to make it a subtle shot at Finch, that's what New Yorkers do. We hype everything up. I was trying to find what they said during the actual beef, when they were beefing.
I don't care about that. If they squashed it and he's ready to rock and roll for Tibbs in the New York Knicks, I'm cool. If he comes in and knows exactly what he needs to do, we should be fine. Again, I do agree with Big Dog. We're not getting somebody that is scraps. We didn't trade Julius Randle for 2 role players. We got a multiple-time All-Star. A guy that is one of the best bigs in the league. Yeah, we should be fine. Chemistry is always a thing. We add in 2 new starters to the lineup. Right? I'm glad that we're doing it now because clearly training camp is about to start.
Right.
So that's great. I'm glad we did this now. Training camp, they're doing media day. Guys are starting to practice. Training camp starts. I ain't mad at you, Underground Scoop. We got, something you got to sleep on. Like I said, I told my brother Fabian, I may call him tomorrow morning, and he knows me. I may be on some bullshit tomorrow morning, screaming and yelling, but I don't know.
I don't think so, man. I think more this, you loving this shit, bro, and you hated him a week ago. I didn't get to catch AllBall Live on Instagram, but I seen his post. He sounds like he loves it, even though he hated him a week ago. But you know how we do.
He was going bananas. I was on live with him. Zay was killing us.
What was he saying?
You know how Zay does. He just kills us.
Oh, now y'all want content. I'm not there yet. I guess I was hoping to see Randle from last season show improve. We saw Randle, a different Randle last year, man. We saw that, y'all. I know y'all think we crazy Knicks fans, but we were happy for him. I'm not sure what Chris Finch.
Leave me alone, RP.
What's RP saying?
He said, keep in mind that while Flea on here somewhere, a plane is circling, wondering where to land.
Julius Randle stats as of last season, right? He played
before the injury.
Yeah, 46 games, 24 points per game, 9 rebounds a game, 5 assists. 78% from the free throw line. That's another thing. We don't have a real knockdown free throw shooter as well. Even Brunson misses big free throws. Big free throws. He only shot 31% from the field, from the 3-point line.
We need a bucket. We need a bucket now, Fabian.
Yeah.
We need a guy off the bench that put fear in the defense. Like somebody that comes off the bench and could go get it. We get that. I like that. If we could get a guy, and I don't know what that is, right? Comments, let me know. But we.
Go ahead.
I said that to my man, though. Like, what? They made the conference finals and then did this. What did they do? You know what I'm saying? Are they better? I like what they look like, but are they better? I think the Knicks might be better since this morning. I don't know. I'm a little man. Ray, you know I'm not so indecisive like this, man. But shit, this is
what they do when they drop a trade. When La Cosa Rosa drops a trade, they don't do it on your time. They let all the stuff leak. Right. What time was it? 10 o'clock at Eastern time,
bro. But here's the thing. Leon hasn't missed yet. Bro. Right. Leon hasn't missed yet.
He hasn't missed.
Dom Dropper.
Don't tell me Dom's in the bill. Okay. I'll be on in 10. Can we stream it on my... Yeah, motherfucker. Hell yeah. Dom, you crazy? You ain't even gotta ask. Man.
D-Mac.
Definitely want Dom's input on this.
I want to know what Dom has to say about this. Word.
I haven't come around. I'm just stunned that I had to tell Gilbert Arenas he was right.
You hate being wrong.
I think we all do, but again, there's a difference between us and everybody else. We don't mind being wrong. We just fans.
That's it. That's a fact. We don't never run from it. If we wrong, we'll say it.
And so are they. They're fans too. So that was amazing because they had the same responses.
Yeah, big dog. Yeah, big dog. Yeah, big dog. Oh, he knows. He's been here. He must understand.
Yo, big dog. I needed that.
That was good. That was great, big dog.
I needed that. Hold on.
He's been here a long time. Big dog's been here a long time, man. He's been here a long time. He understands why we wear our glasses on Knicks Rehab. He understands. Big shout out to Big Dog. For real.
My man said, take your glasses off. Get a better look. Thank you, Big Dog.
He said, take your glasses on. We back up. That's what's up, man. We're part of the session with our counselor, with our therapist, where they say, stand up straight, sit with your back straight, sit up off that couch.
Take a deep breath.
Feel confident in yourself. Big Dog said, take them damn glasses off. Big shout out to Big Dog. Word.
Big Dog. I didn't laugh, a real laugh until now, man. I snapped out of it. Not fully. But on the Minnesota side, I like Nas Reed as a 6-man. I just think Finch with Wolves wants to start him. That's a great point.
Man.
But there's no way you taking Goldberg's not coming off the bench with that contract, and Randall's not coming off the bench trying to earn a max contract. Nas Reed.
This might be a salary dump for Minnesota. Minnesota got off a cat. Ooh. They might not re-sign Julius. They might go forward with Nas Reed, and they might be good money in terms of what their books look like. That's just a guess. I don't know, but you know that owner over there, he's fucking the money up. He tried to take A-Rod's down payment and act like he ain't take it, and he's an asshole over there. That owner in Minnesota, but that's another story.
Oh, he's crazy.
He's a nut.
I like billionaire business is billionaire business.
He's a nut.
Come on now. Billionaire business is billionaire business, Fleet.
Fabian, that dude, man, he lucky somebody don't touch him.
I mean, that's another thing. With the organization being in shambles like that, Not in shambles, because you have a good thing going with, Karl Anthony Towns, superstar. Like we said earlier, it could sell you sneakers. But Flea,
Yes,
can
sir.
Ant-Man and that crew sell you meals? Warmer, sunnier days are calling, depending on which side of the country you are. Fuel up for them with Factor's no prep, no mess meals. Meet your wellness goals in time for summer thanks to the menu of chef-crafted meals with options like Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, and Keto. Factor's fresh, never frozen meals are dietitian approved and ready to eat in just 2 minutes. So no matter how busy you are, you'll always have time to enjoy nutritious, great tasting meals. Make today the day you kickstart a new healthy routine. What are you waiting for? With 35 different meals and more than 60 add-ons to choose from every week, you'll always have new flavors to explore. Crush your wellness goals this May with dietitian-approved meals and ingredients that you can trust. Make your day delicious. From breakfast to dessert, stay fueled with easy, nutritious options. Treat yourself to restaurant-quality meals that feature premium ingredients like filet mignon, shrimp, and blackened salmon. Keep kitchen time to a minimum. Factor meals are ready in 2 minutes. No shopping, prepping, cooking, or cleaning up. Enjoy effortless support for your lifestyle. Choose from 6 menu preferences to help you manage calories, maximize protein intake, avoid meat, or simply eat well balanced. Head to factormeals.com/ABTV50 and use ABTV50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month. That's code ABTV50 at factormeals.com/ABTV50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month while your subscription is active. Get your Factor on, y'all.
Get your Factor on, y'all. You smoke that.
Thank you, my brother. Also, click the link in the description. The Factor Meals link is in there. Y'all want to show us love? Click that link. Show them Knicks Rehab. Put your glasses on. Or
Put
Big
your
Dog.
glasses on.
Big Dog. Do we have to tell them to take their glasses off to click the link in the description? Show us love. Show Factor Meals that we don't play and we send them to people over there in real time. In the middle of my pain, I promoted the Factor Meals, baby. Get your Factor on, man. Fab looked like he needed a cigarette, but in reality, you need a cigar. This is a celebration. Oh, Sporting Page, you done turned it, huh?
We love the Sporting Page.
Alan, is that my guy, Alan? Oh, Alan, what's up, baby? He gave me a thumbs up on the read. How do you feel about the trade, Alan? Listen, Alan is a long-time Knicks fan, y'all. He's, if I'm not mistaken, Alan, I don't want to tell your age.
Big shout out to Alan.
You did get to see and witness our 70s Knicks. How are you feeling about this Karl Anthony Towns? Please let me know. Oh my, yo, Flea, at my old gig, me and Alan will bump into each other in the hallway. AKA, I might go to his office. I might go to his cubicle. My guy, Andy and Alan, we used to talk nothing but the Knicks, bro, and basketball and everything in life. He says, yo, I'm old school. Not that old, bro. I'm sorry, Alan. Alan, my bad. I apologize, my brother.
Don't age my guy Alan, man.
Let me tell you something, man. Do you know how great it feels to see Alan on the screen right now, Flea? It's very nostalgic for me. Big Dog, Sporting Page, Flea, AllBall, everybody that's in here, man. Who else is in Underdog Scoop? Everybody's Steph. I see you in here. A lot of guys, man. Mizak, you guys make me feel at home, man. Make me feel at home. My only concern with Cat is his sloppiness when aggressive. He commits way too many dumb fouls. He also goes to the basket. When he goes left, he tries to finish with his right all the time. Yeah, he does. I hate it. Fabian is old school. He was 25 when he graduated high school. God damn, Rob, what the hell is wrong with you?
RP.
Yo, by the way, RP, he said he's on that booger sugar. How is RP Australian? He has to be a Puerto Rican from the South Bronx on the low that moved to Australia and knows all these words.
How do you know
this American language?
We'll never know. Just like RP, we'll never know where I am right now.
Right. Donald DiMichele. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Donald DiMichele says this is the worst Knicks trade since Claude Frazier to the Cavs. I'm a Wolves fan now. God damn, Donald, don't give up that fast. You can't do that. Cat will open the lanes for Jalen Brunson, but he is soft as fuck. Yo, we all feel the same way, man.
We do.
We all feel the same way, man. You gotta give to get. How many offensive rebounds did this mother lover get, man? How many offensive rebounds do you think Julius Randle averaged?
I don't know, maybe 2 or 3.
I can't wait to hear the story on this, man. Julius Randle for his career averages 2 offensive rebounds, and the most he's ever averaged is 2.4. Perfect pronunciation. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. I'll be what's the word? Flea? I'm worried about when I read. I want to do it perfectly. Thank you, Donald. Wow, Knicks are effing killing it. I thought my Sixers had a chance. Damn, Moody, for real?
I like I said, 6 is gonna be right there.
Who cares if he's soft? He ain't the main guy. Powell was soft. Many second and third options are soft. Ooh. Sporting page with the K knowledge. Know the ledge. Cat's a little Caleb like. Which one? Caleb from Miami that went to Philly? Julius Randle's a black hole. Cat is bigger and better. There's levels to the game. You know what though? I can't say I can ever recall Cat being a black hole.
No, he moves the ball. Cat is a guy that can catch and shoot too. Cat is not a guy that's. Remember what I was saying about Julius? You know, Julius got to get the ball and be able to make a move, in 3 to 5 seconds. So,
homegirl playing in Chicago. Oh, Caleb, the quarterback. What's it? Is it Caleb Williams? I think that's Caleb Williams from USC. Jesus Christ, they do. Yo, hold on. You gotta read between the lines, Papa. I'm with you. Hold on. Please. You hear what he's saying?
Yeah, I see it.
Catch a little like he's a bit of a quasi.
Yeah.
He's a bit of a quasi.
Can you say that?
Listen, if would you be surprised if he was?
Listen, man.
None of my business.
It's none of my business. Absolutely none of my business. Yo, highlight Mr. DiMichelli's DiMichelli, excuse me. Damn.
Straight up for Randle would have been bad enough. Donte 2 in the first round. That one.
Nah,
the other one.
I was talking about this one.
I've been an avid fan for 44 years. This trade is sickening. I'm done with this loser organization. Dolan, worst owner in sports.
Lord have mercy.
Don, we gotta. It's 1 a.m. in Eastern time. If you're on the East Coast, you shouldn't be drinking don't drink no coffee. You might need a nightcap.
Yeah, it's midnight.
Let's chill.
It's midnight where I'm at. You'll never know where I'm at, RP.
CFL DiVincenzo was missing wide open 3-pointers against the Pacers. He was too streaky. He was also tired as hell, CLF.
Yeah, he played a lot. He played heavy minutes, man. Like, we gonna miss, like I said, that spark off the bench and those big buckets. He hit big shots too. He missed some big shots, but he hit big shots.
Oh, damn. He said he's been a fan for 55 years. Hold on, this was funny. Who just listed all the starting lineup? Yo, Donald said the forward is James Dolan, forward is Leon Rose, the other forward is Tibbs, and the other forward. Oh, he's saying F them, the captain, my ass. Yo, Donald, yo.
Donald going crazy right now.
Hold on. So now you know what? Reading Donald going bananas. No, I know I gotta calm down. Now I know I gotta calm down. Donald, we gotta calm you down, Donald.
Nah, he's an avid Nick. He sounds like Papa Flea. I ain't even talked to him yet.
No, he's sleeping.
Yeah,
he's gonna wake up. What time he gets up in the morning?
I'm gonna call him. He got what's tomorrow? That's a Saturday. He might not have to work tomorrow, so I'm gonna try to catch him on the early morning. But I know he gonna call me in the morning like, kid, You see this bullshit.
You expect him to not like this trade because he's like Donald DiMichele,
He doesn't like Randle,
right?
but he is not high on Cat either. So I'm very interested to see how he reacts to this. But he loves Donte Divecenzo. Loves that kid. So I'm very interested to see what my dad says about this move. And because like Donald, he's been a fan since
Blame
68.
Tibbs had input in this. We just read he made up with Cat last year. They had a conversation, and he had to have spoken about Julius Randle. Like, you know what? He's not the rebounder I like defensively. Cat can make. I just didn't like him against Denver, but with OG there, he can cover a lot of these guys. And doesn't Cat give him B problems?
Listen, man, I don't need to be so pessimistic about this anymore. Like, listen, if Cat is at his apex and he's ready to rock and roll, bro, come on. He's gonna give everybody problems. Everybody, all the bigs in the East Coast problems. Giannis, Embiid, what's boy name? Who else I'm missing?
In the East?
Yeah, all of them.
Well, this is an answer to, I know he's a rookie over there, Khalil Ware, but he could chuck the three. And of course, Porzingis.
Him. I forgot about him.
Can we be honest?
He can step out there with Porzingis now.
Right.
Like I said, they're trying to beat Boston at their game. And I gotta see it to believe it. I love my Knicks, but
what my God just said. What did you just say right now when you started off? You turned already. What'd you say? It's time to get positive about this.
Yeah. I don't gotta be I could be optimistic about this. You know what I mean? We got to ingratiate Cat into the fold. You know what I mean? We got to, like I said, in the morning, we'll be able to rest on this. Donald, listen to me, Donald. OG, because you're the OG. You're one of the OGs. You're one of the OGs, respectfully.
What's happening with Donald? He's going crazy?
Nah, I just want to tell him, like, yo, we got to, you know what I mean? We got to rest on this. We got to sleep on this. We got to get a good night's sleep. You know what I mean? Get a cup of tea before you lay down. Get some rest. You know what I mean? And we'll get to this tomorrow. We'll see how we feel about this tomorrow. We may feel differently about this tomorrow because I'm with you.
Donald, can I ask? I just want to ask you a question.
Yo, look what he said.
He told you to go fuck yourself.
No, he said Cat's a loser. So Knicks fans.
He was just one of them 2 minutes ago.
Oh my God, yo.
Yo, hold on.
He's pissed. I understand, man.
He's a Knicks fan, bro.
I get it.
This is us.
This is us. This is absolutely us.
Donald, I don't recall you commenting here before. Welcome to AllBall TV. This is why it's called Knicks Rehab. We are here to rehab.
Yes.
Randle was unstoppable, bully in the paint. We had ideal team and Rose pulled Benedict Arnold move and Donald's going bananas. Now, can I ask you a question? Do you believe would a nightcap make you turn up or would it calm you down a bit? Because if it makes you turn up, you might need to take that nightcap. So I see you go bananas over here. All kind of flagrant names that we can't even say anymore. I want you to go full Archie Bunker right now, Donald. That's what I want.
Yeah, 69. That's what my pops. Yeah, my pops. 68,
wow.
69. Word. Yeah, like that's my pops. Like that's their era. That's he's been a fan since that time. Word. Y'all love. You know what I mean? I was ingratiated into the Knicks as a child, a baby. Like.
The sporting page trying to keep us humble. I didn't realize Julius Randle won 2 chips with Kobe and Donte was Ray Allen. Winning is all that matters. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Allen. Yo, Donald, we'll get a nightcap. We want you to turn up and go Archie Bunker over here, man. That's what we want. That's what I want. I don't care, man. If they flag us, I'll delete it. Don't worry about it. I'll send it to the members only.
Yeah, Dom,
said-
I'm rolling up a big fatty, breaking out.
Get in here, Dom. Don't hide. Yeah, we got him in the building. I'm rolling up a big fatty and breaking out the Johnny. Yeah, hold on. It better not be. If you drink Johnny Walker Red, Donald, I know you are one of the. I won't even play with you. I'm just gonna let you go.
A lunatic.
He says I don't drink. That shit better be black and up.
If he drink the
Donald,
red, he's a lunatic.
Don, we're trying to calm down our guys. Donald is going bananas right now. Dime dropper.
How do we get this on mine as well? Because I want my audience to see the reaction.
I got you. Hold on. Who you think you're dealing with? Come on, Dom.
All right. I also have to make sure after I talk Knicks, I chime in on Terrence's extension for like my crowd.
1,000,000%. We'll change it to all, change the background for that. But we got Dom Dropper in the building.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Hold on. We ain't seeing you in a minute. Our LA brother, the compadre, the Sinatra of today.
Dom,
Flea's in the building, Dom.
Oh man, where is he at? He's in the cut.
Listen, it's Family Friday. You gotta listen. And he's single. Remember, he's like you. He's single. I just mind my business. I'm humble and grateful that he showed up because I needed to vent. What did you feel when you first heard the reaction to Karl Anthony Towns joining the Nueva York Knicks?
Well, the first thing I thought, because I heard it when I was in the middle of club practice. One of the kids is a Knicks fan. I think his parents from New York, and he was like, "We traded for Cat," and I thought it was fake because you know how many times we had talked about on the Four Sportsmen and on AllBall TV, Cat coming to the Knicks for Randle. Like it's crazy how that was spoken into existence by none other than Mr. Ball himself.
You didn't even, Dom. We were just on 3 hours ago. Ryan. You hate Hammer Time. He's an old school hater, right? Hammer Time was on there with us. He was shooting the praises. He is banned. Flea, I already banned him. Text him the text messages. Suspended from AllBall TV for a month. A month. You're not coming back on here to put into fruition trades like this and give me a heart attack. I'm trying to watch a movie with my family. Anyway, I'm sorry, Dom. So you were in club practice and one of your kids is a Knicks fan.
Yeah, I mean, here's what my first thoughts were. Knicks don't have Isaiah Hartenstein anymore. Mitchell Robinson's going to miss significant time, right? So that hole at center was there. Because other than that, you just have Precious Achiuwa. So they're getting a big. And I also think the Knicks are thinking of when everyone's healthy, Randle is not great next to Robinson in terms of spacing. You know, his shooting is very iffy. And we remember in that Cavs series, or was it, the Heat series and the Cavs series from 2 years ago, that they were really leaving Randle open. They were really trying to take advantage of the fact that you have two non-shooters on the floor. Now, when you're going to be healthy, it's going to be Mitchell Robinson, Cat, which gives you a second star caliber player. I know he has his flaws, but second star caliber player.
He is.
And then you have Mikal Bridges, OG, and Brunson. I mean, that to me is one of the best starting lineups in the league. Then you got Deuce McBride, Josh Hart coming off the bench. You do lose Divincenzo, who had a spectacular postseason and a first-round pick. But the Knicks are all in, man. And I'm not huge on Cat. Like, to me, I don't feel any differently about the Knicks title chances now, maybe marginally, than I did before I woke up today. Because what I think is this. I think the Knicks have the best chance to beat Boston. I still think the Knicks can beat Boston. But you know I'm sticking to my take about a small guard leading the team to a championship. So I'm sticking with that. I don't think the Knicks are going to win. But I would love if Brunson proved me wrong. To be honest, if I had my way this season, the Knicks would win the championship.
Right.
Because I like the fans. I think you deserve it. It's the least like I don't mind if I don't know any Jalen Brunson stans. I just know Knicks fans that love him. You know what I mean? So like, we don't have to hear from the hive trying to knock down any all-time greats if Brunson wins. And plus, it adds to a very unique category of small guards that have won the championship as the best player, which is Isaiah Thomas and Steph. But Steph was the clear-cut. We've talked about this so many times. The clear-cut best scorer, which is what Brunson's going to be asked to do all season long. Whereas Isaiah, they won by committee in terms of the points, even though he was the clear-cut guy. So overall, I think you made out pretty well with this. Of course, I think Cat is going to get ripped by New York fans when he's settling for jumpers, being super soft. And I think people are underestimating that part of the trade for Minnesota. I know they tried to save money with this trade, but I genuinely think that next to Gobert, they wanted somebody a little bit more rugged, a little bit tougher. I think Randle, I think people sleep on like the time my Twitter timeline is all saying you guys completely fleeced them. Minnesota's offense is going to be nasty. Their spacing is going to be bad. And the spacing concerns are valid. But I think that Julius Randle, he does offer a level of physicality that Karl Anthony Towns tries to do, but he just flails and he plays off of 1 foot all the time when he puts the ball on the floor. Whereas Randle, to me, he's a pit bull, you know what I mean? And he does have his getting carried away offensively. And I think Cat's a good passer, but I don't think he catches the ball in dangerous enough areas to garner double teams. Randle, I think, is an improved passer, but I think the physicality level is something that Minnesota was going for, but their offense is not. It's going to be a little shaky. I'm not as low on Randle as a lot of the timeline, but I think you guys ended up with a win with this trade. However, Divincenzo on the bench, I think it's going to be a great move. So I think shocking, if anything, shocking. But dude, this is the best Knicks team of the 21st century. I am adamant about it. Like, this is the best Knicks team of the 21st century. You really have a title chance, and that's special in New York. And yeah, as one of the commenters saying, now it's more minutes for Naz Reid, who is a starting caliber player in the NBA. So
you think Nas gets more minutes?
Hell yeah. I think
remember Cat was hurt last year, Flea.
I absolutely think that this is gonna be more of a audition for Nas to get a bigger role. Because me personally, I don't know if they go forward with Julius Randle in the future. Like, they're gonna have to pay him now. So
what's his contract situation again, Flea? Because I know Cat, part of the reason why they trade him is because he's on the books for a couple more years and it's a fat contract.
Right. And part of me
4 more years.
Part of me thinks this is a salary dump, because getting rid of Cat and now not having to pay Julius if you don't want to. Because this is a contract year, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. For Julius Randle.
For Julius Randle.
Absolutely.
So yeah, they may not even keep him after this year, depending on how it goes. And they have that flexibility now.
Right. So, I think both teams are in pretty good position, going forward. We're gonna have to see. If my biggest concern is Cat buying in to what we do.
So that's this season, Karl Anthony Towns is making $49 million. Next year will be 53. The year after, 57. He has a player option for $61 million. After that, we would have to imagine, like I mentioned earlier, Julius Randle is getting somewhere near that, right? Whether it's $45 million a year, $50 million a year, $60 million a year, he's due for that, especially with the deal taking less money last time and being able to re-up now. It'll be pretty interesting to see if they do sign him during the season, because it is, to your point, Flea, I don't see how that will happen. Going back to Dom's point with Karl Anthony Towns playing better alongside Mitchell Robinson, yeah. I forgot about that. Julius was kind of clunky around him.
Right.
Also, that's a lot of length we're getting back. He can bother way more shots, deflect more shots. Karl Anthony Towns alongside OG is a little bit different. Julius Randle. The one thing about Julius Randle getting frustrated, he will get more. He gets to the free throw line better than Cat. But Cat,
I agree with that.
Cat hits the free throws.
See, my thing with Cat, bro, is like, I think what's amazing about your roster now is with Minnesota, he was the clear-cut second option, and I don't think that he could be a second option on a championship team. But with you, while he is the second option on a championship team, Mikal Bridges is not much worse as a basketball player than Cat. If we're being, and he's a third option. And then you have OG and Josh Hart. To me, two of the best role players in the entire league.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, you have. To me, the biggest question mark for the Knicks is can Brunson be the guy on a championship winning team, and can Cat be that second guy? Because besides that, you've got everything else, in my opinion, that's good enough.
Well, we consider OG a role player.
Well, I don't think he's ever going to make an all-star team.
Well, forget an all-star. Like, I don't think Jaden McDaniels is just a role player. He's a stopper.
Yes, he is.
He's just a great role player. He's like, Robert Ory was considered a role player, and the guy has 7 championships and made tons of big shots.
I don't think Jaden McDaniels, the closest Robert Ory ever came to Jaden McDaniels when he was on Houston, looking like a poor man Scottie Pippen on a defensive end.
Wait. We're talking about Jaden McDaniels right now, like this?
Jaden McDaniels, Robert Ory never played defense like Jaden McDaniels. I don't think he's
defender, though. Ory, no.
No, in Robert Ory's generation, he was a good defender.
Okay, but he wasn't Jaden McDaniels.
Yeah, but I think he's a better 3-point shooter, though.
Yeah, oh hell yeah, right now, yes. But what I'm saying is, when I hear role play, I'm like, no, we rely on OG to be a stopper. That I don't think that's DiVincenzo's a role player. Hart's a role player. They come in, we don't expect 20 rebounds a game from them, but all of a sudden they come in and have this burst. Then their average comes down when they have their normal games or less than a normal game.
You think because the way you're talking, you rely on someone to be a stopper. That's how Laker fans of that generation talk about Rick Fox.
And but he's not Kobe. He's not even Derek Fisher on the defensive end. I think and Derek Fisher is definitely more of a role player because he's not even.
He's one of the greatest role players.
Right. 1,000%. But when I hear OG as a role player, on the defensive end, Bridges, OG, Cat's length, Mitchell Robinson, Bridges, and OG. They're the defensive makeup. They make up everything for Brunson. Brunson is not, he's sneaky, but that's not just a role player. That's not dispensable like that. For role players, they're making $45 million a year, $50 million a year. That ain't happening.
Now they are.
Yeah, I was gonna say the market's changed.
Now they are.
Well, no, hold on a second. That's comparable to a max deal. Role players do not get max deals. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I mean.
I think you got to change your perspective on that just a little bit. Like,
he's right.
Well, he is. I mean, he's one of the highest paid role players in the league. He's definitely considered one of the best role guys in the league. But I just think he's never going to be in an all-star conversation. I don't think.
So Herb Jones is a role player.
100%. And a very good one.
Yes.
That's tough for me to accept, man. Like, I get why Bam is not a role player, because on the offensive end, he's a two-way player. OG's not quite a two-way player.
Bam is also a multiple-time All-Star. He's an All-NBA defender. He's
top five at his position in the league.
Like, he's not just a role player.
Drew Holiday a role player?
See, he's one of the debatable ones. I don't think he is, because he's been the All-Star twice, Team USA. He can create on the ball. But he kind of plays a role player's role with Boston. But we've seen him elevate to a star-level player.
Has a lot of two-way performances. Derek White a role player?
Yes, I think so.
Okay.
Yes,
is Derek?
He has the potential to be one of the best role players in NBA history, though, if he can get another title.
Is Derek White better than OG?
I think so.
Wow.
I would not say so.
Okay.
I would say OG is a better player.
Is it fair to say he's proven more, though?
Is it fair to say? Say that again, Don.
That he's proven more, though, Derek White.
Derek White has proven more. I mean, that's easy. That's easier to say because I think he's been a part of winning. So I mean, proven more on the biggest stage, yes. But I think if you put OG, if we get there, I think OG performs as well, if not better.
Yeah, you could.
OG, I'm sorry. Who we just talking about before that? Before OG, said Derek White. He's more reliable at this point. We expect him to play 70, 82 games. He got a crazy deal too. So that kind of knows my point because they paid. That's the thing about the Celtics. All of them guys are getting paid damn near max deals. They kind of maxed out over there, and we're not. Right? Bridges is not on. He's not on a big contract. Brunson, we know, is not on a big contract. OG is on a big contract. Damn,
Cat's on a huge one.
Ridiculous. So is Cat a role player?
No, I don't think so.
No. Here Fabian go with his stuff.
I don't think he's a role player. My thing with Cat is I have no confidence in him into high levels because what he does is we see it. He falls in love with the three. I mean, the first 2 rounds last season, I thought he was really good. Then against Dallas, he just shot threes. And like there was one that game 4 that was like so important for them to win. Oh no, it was game 3. This dude was what, like 0 for 6 from 3 and like didn't get any easy buckets.
He just fell in love with and he was trying to shoot his way out of that.
Yeah, like to me with Minnesota, Ant had no other guy that could create shots. I think Randle, while he does shoot really bad shots in the playoffs and he sometimes starts his move too far away from the basket, to me his intentions offensively are better, are more aggressive. You know what I mean? So that might help them. But let me ask you guys this. Did Minnesota take themselves out of championship contention with this move tonight, or are they around the same level?
I would love to hear what Fabian has to say about this.
I think Chris Finch has to figure out that, Julius Randle's game, because now you got basically Randle plays a lot of perimeter play. That drive and kick he has, it will help them. But with OKC there and Divincenzo off the bench, it leads me more to believe that Flea is right about this might be another sign and trade deal with Randle. So I don't think I think it takes him out of the Western Conference Finals because OKC, Dallas are still intact, and the other 3 and 4 to me, Dom. I'm gonna do a video. Memphis has a sneaky chance to be top 4 in my opinion.
Oh yeah, I agree.
I'm with you on that.
I don't like Memphis, but they have a chance.
But a lot of ifs, big ifs. But now this is a big if for Minnesota because that cohesion. At the end of the day, Cat does spread the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Randle's game, we know, is a question mark. That he's going to miss a lot of defensive assignments, and they need that. Cat wasn't on the perimeter either, but he does. Deflect shots. We talked about getting to passing lanes. He can, alter shots as well. He has enough rim protection. And Randle, he's a better rebounder than Cat as of recent, and I don't even know about that.
I think he's a better rebounder than Cat.
That's my biggest concern, bro.
But hold on, but Flea, and I'll give it back to you. Cat just recently became a worse rebounder because for his career, he's a better rebounder than Randle.
Yes, and that's what I want to know. Are you going to come here and clean the glass? Are you going to come here and be aggressive on trying to get us second chance opportunities? Right? That's what we like to do. If you could do that, I'll be happy with you. He's a guy that was 25 and 12 for the first 5 years of his career.
And he was 50, 40, 90 last year, along with Nas Reed for like the first stretch of the season.
He was playing excellent ball before he got hurt.
Well, you got to answer. Don't dodge the question now, Flea. Are Minnesota or the Minnesota Timberwolves out of Western Conference Finals contention in your opinion?
Oh yes. Yes, I don't think they're Western Conference Finals contender this year. I think there's a lot of teams that have something to prove and are going to be way hungrier. They're gonna have to regroup and refigure this thing out. Trading Cat is gonna change some things for them. They'll be a good team, but it changes some things for them. A lot.
Even DiVincenzo adds some of the shooting you missing with Cat, not easier shots. He's athletic, defensive wise, off the bench.
He'll be great off the bench for them.
Yes. Who else they got off the bench?
I like him.
Nas Reed, who will definitely be in 6 Man of the Year conversations yet again.
But they lost
Anderson.
Kyle Anderson, right?
And it's just Conley running the point. And Dillingham, I know Dillingham is more. He's not a pure point. Conley's the pure point over there. So the lineups of DiVincenzo,
Nikhil Alexander Walker.
Mhm.
He's a good role player in this league.
the Lakers drafted him, traded him over there.
Who?
Or was it I think they drafted McDaniels.
Pelicans.
I looked that up. I think the Lakers drafted McDaniels. if I'm not
Lakers
mistaken.
drafted McDaniels. Yeah, that sounds
Right.
about right. But
They,
I mean, they're good. They're still gonna be one of the best teams to me in the West. I don't think they're gonna take some crazy nosedive because of Randle, but I don't feel any better. I didn't feel like they made any upgrades though this offseason before they made this move. Now I feel maybe even a little bit worse, but I'm interested to see how Randle adapts. There's a lot of people doubting Randle right now. He's now got a real point to prove, and to be honest, he still has a very good chance to do big things.
We gonna see, because he's trying to get paid. This is a contract year. Let's not forget that. He's trying to show and prove.
I got a worst case scenario or a bad case scenario for Minnesota, or maybe a good problem when they're gonna have to probably trade Julius Randle or sign and trade him. Naz Reid, when they go to those lineups with Naz Reid in there to mix in there with Ant-Man, and DiVincenzo comes off the bench, you're gonna see Naz Reid and DiVincenzo lineups to spread the floor. They're gonna have to, because we know Goldberg's gonna have to sit at some point. That's when I think you're gonna see maybe a Naz Reid, Julius Randle, DiVincenzo lineup. Maybe that makes sense for them.
It does make sense because
now,
Reid will spread the floor. Now Randle can go to the rim like a wrecking ball.
Right, and shit.
That's not that bad. Now you mentioned that.
Yeah, but that's a good case
They'll be
scenario
okay.
for them.
They'll be okay.
That's beyond okay, bro. That's beyond okay. DiVincenzo coming off the bench and Naz Reid to open the floor up, similar to the Knicks, similar to what we have right now on the offensive end.
I think so many people though are so enamored with the 3-point shot and spacing, and I know that's so emphasized in today's game, and it's valid and important, but it just feels as though I think that people are just, writing the Wolves off so easy. They just got so much worse. They're idiots, and the Knicks are so genius for this. I don't know. I mean, I think the Knicks won this trade, but the Wolves are also getting a first-round pick.
Yeah,
and we'll see how it goes. I think when you mention it, yeah, Naz Reid and Randle together, and the spacing concerns are a lot better there. And will Randle, like, as I said, that imposing physicality is something, because to me, the Wolves are filled with a bunch of dogs, but it's mostly their perimeter defenders to me.
Yeah.
Because Cat is considered soft because of all the stuff he does. And then Gobert, we know his reputation. He's a great shot blocker that intimidates guys to shoot, but no one actually fears him in any way. They all take shots at him. I've never seen a player with such a great resume so disrespected by his peers like Gobert. So, like,
nobody
Randle,
respects him.
What'd you say?
I said nobody respects him.
It's crazy, right? And then Randle,
who even comes second? Who even has this many accolades, and we just go, nah, he wasn't it.
It's bigger than the fans. It's the players themselves constantly take shots.
Yeah, all of us.
Yeah.
We're all in unison. Like, yeah, he got 4 DPOYs, but we don't believe you. They sit you out of playoff games. I don't even know who's second place.
Yeah, I can't think of anybody that's talked about like that. Because, like, for example, I don't know. A lot of people might dislike Draymond Green, but a lot of people respect his basketball ability and what he's accomplished. And they know how important he is for Golden State. And I think, how do you guys think the Nuggets are feeling about this?
Oh, and they didn't have anything enough to offer us for Julius Randle. But to be honest, Randle would have made a lot of sense over there. Because Joker with Randle, he would make the game. Why would
you rather have Randle than Gordon?
Than Aaron? You're not trading Aaron Gordon. That's what I'm saying. They didn't have enough to offer us. Maybe they would try to dump off the other kid that shoots 3-pointers because he's very streaky, MPJ, but we wouldn't have taken him.
Hell no.
No, I don't mean the Nuggets. I don't mean the Nuggets for a trade. I mean, do they feel as though, because the Wolves are the team that beat them, and Cat did a good job on Jokic. Do you think that they feel like, oh, okay, we got them this year if we play them?
Damn, Cat did. That's when he showed out, and that's when we thought he went over the hump, and then he kind of regressed against Dallas. Yeah, for those final couple games. Yeah, shit. Because Randle's not doing that for you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Do you guys think Randle can be a body on Jokic? No, right? He's giving up 3 inches compared to Cat.
So
He's
that's the
physical.
mismatch. That's the mismatch. That's a huge mismatch. No matter how deep you are with Minnesota, Joker might give you 50 because he's cooking Goldberg. He's cooking all you guys.
But
Even Nas Reed.
Well, the thing is, though, the guys that bother Joker, and I'm using bother somewhat lightly, are those guys with the stronger, a little smaller than him, low center of gravity, get underneath him. Randle, can Randle do that? I mean, you guys have watched him defend, but like we don't see guys defend the post anymore. You know what I mean? So like, I don't know how good of a post defender Randle is because I don't watch him every single night. You know what I mean?
Lovely.
Well, Randle ain't no cone, and Randle ain't no pushover. So I'm not saying he's the best post defender, but he'll provide whatever Cat was providing them on defense. He'll provide them in some.
Okay, then.
I think.
But not what Cat provided. I don't think he can. Not Cat. It's with the specifically with the Jokic Cat, matchup defensively. I don't think Randle provides that. And when he is a cone, it's usually off ball. He sucks on rotation. He spaces out. But if all he has to do is guard the big man, he knows where the big man's going, especially someone like Joker. Can he have the low center of gravity like you put it? It's possible. But maybe a lot of Nas Reed's will be there to fill in for Cat, like we said. That might help them with Joker too, even though how did Nas Reed do against Joker?
Really well.
Shut his ass down.
He did such a good job.
Shut his ass down.
Yeah,
they was taking turns jumping him.
Yeah.
So it ain't bad for Minnesota. They keep making moves too. Like again, even though they gave we're kind of on the fence still with Rudy Gobert. They gave up 7 draft picks or whatever it was, but they conference finals.
No, so, that's a win now. I mean, they made it to the conference finals the second time in franchise history. You can't really say they lost that trade anymore.
Especially with 20 years ago with Garnett, what we saw, and it's like there's going to be a constant conversation of, hey, if Garnett was on the Spurs, if Garnett was actually on a good team, now we have a superstar over there in Minnesota with the front office that's trying, a coach that's trying, and they're trying to win. So maybe Western Conference Finals isn't the goal this year, and you leave the possibility out there because Randle's still an All-NBA dude, right? But the goal is, like to Flea's point earlier, however this turns out, we got $40 million coming off the books this year. And then we work on that in the offseason. I don't even know who's available in the offseason, but somebody might be available for a trade. That's a better fit. I mean, who is the guy to replace Cat that they're looking for anyway?
Well, I'll tell you one thing, man. I wouldn't be surprised. It'll be maybe a little bit tougher after the Terrence Mann thing, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Clippers try to inquire about Randle because we do lack a 4.
Ooh.
And we have lost a third scorer with Paul George being gone.
Who would you?
That ain't bad.
Who do you give up?
I mean, at that point, you wouldn't have to you would wait to trade him. I mean, you would trade him, or wouldn't you just wait to sign him in the offseason?
And I don't like Randle in your lineup with Kawhi there. I don't like that lineup. I don't like because Kawhi
isn't great with Randle and Zubats either. I mean,
add that.
That's the thing with Randle, right? Like, and that's the dilemma with today's NBA is they want the 4 to essentially just be like a big 3, a guy that can stretch the floor and stuff like that. What makes Aaron Gordon so good with Jokic is like Jokic can stretch the floor, and that high-low action with Jokic at the foul line or something, and he just lobs it up to Gordon in the dunker spot is like so lethal. But Randle's not a vertical threat like that, and like he's not. What do you guys think about Randle's like mid-range 18-footer? Because like back in the 2000s, you would want your 4 spacing the floor, but not that far out. But like a lot of them were like good post players and stuff. And like Randle is not a bad post player, but like he just seems out of control to me.
He's a better shooter than he's ever been, I think. Mm-hmm. I mean, I think he obviously could be a better shooter, but he's better than what he was. I don't like him settling for 18-footers, me personally.
Right.
I like him getting to the rim, getting downhill, making quick decisions. I don't like him just standing out there, jab stepping, massaging the ball, putting the ball on the floor. Like, get to something quickly. And he is that talented the way he can get to that. But I just think his decision making has to be a little quicker.
Yeah.
And if it is like that in Minnesota, that adds a touch to them that that they didn't have.
Yeah, and he also just catches the ball so high. Like if you caught the ball close to the basket, you're already 1 or 2 dribbles away from the paint. You're making the defense collapse. Like I wonder how, because you saw Cat last season. They even ran some pick and rolls with Cat, the ball handling, and Gobert screening, and they got lobs and stuff. Like that was an interesting dynamic.
That is true. That is
Will
true.
Randle be able to give Gobert easy buckets? Like how are they going to complement each other offensively? That'll be interesting to see.
That's his flaw,
yeah.
though. Like no matter what he's good at, great at, Randall is not consistent at it. He's not persistent at it. He's always just very, the emotions. That's what we always didn't like about him. He's not. It doesn't feel like he lives in the moment. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think he got necessarily better at shooting, Flea. I just think he got more selective last season.
Better shot select. I agree. You are hitting that right on. Yeah, absolutely.
But offensively, without Nas Reed there, and you have McDaniels, he's not a great three-point shooter. Ant-Man is starting to turn up. He's starting to get better at everything. We know this. And that mid-range game, along with Randall, especially in this era, that's going to be tough not to crowd. Especially when we saw R.J. Barrett along with Randall, even though Ant-Man is not a lefty, it's still, you got to operate. We saw Brunson and Randall operate last season, and it was dope. But that was especially after we got OG and they spread the floor. So they got to have Nas Reed out there a lot and DiVincenzo out there a lot, because they're a Randall, McDaniels, and Ant-Man lineup is and Gobert is very clunky. Very clunky.
Totally agree.
Are we moving on to your
I guess. I mean, how much longer do you guys want to stay on? It's pretty late over there.
Listen, Flea. I don't know what listen, Dom. I don't know what Big Flea's doing, but I'm out here, baby Bubba.
Well, it was a big news today in the Clipper world. Terrence Mann.
Hold on, how dare I'm sorry, Dom. How dare I?
What?
For a sportsman, y'all.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, man. Terrence Mann today, fan favorite, was re-signed. 3-year, $48 million. What was it? What, $49 million, something like that? Or 40, I think it was 47. So about $16 million per year. Now, it was pretty, I don't want to say pretty controversial. I think most of the Clipper fans were happy about it because he's a fan favorite. He did have the curse breaker game that got us out of the second round for the first time ever. So, like, as fans, we're forever indebted to him. Like, I think anybody that's saying get over it or like that was one game, like, you don't understand what we went through before that. You don't understand what it was like being at school with the Laker fans talking about that stupid conference finals. So when a guy got us over the hump, that we were going to cherish him forever. Like, we were going to celebrate him. And not only that, Terrence is the kind of guy and kind of player who gives everything he has every single game. While he's not flawless, like, he's not the type of guy that, to me, that should guard the best player on the other team. He's the guy that's one of the guys that should guard good players. And his last season, he had a really big slump from three in the first half of the season when we first got Harden, and he was losing confidence in his shot. I think partially too because we weren't playing fast enough for him to get easy baskets, and it was a lot of standstill in the corner. But as the year went on, he shot 44% from three in the calendar year of 2024, and in the playoffs, he did an amazing job on Luka Doncic, better than anybody did in any round, really, maybe outside of Boston. So my thing is this: I think Terrence Mann's contract will be dictated on like if it was a good contract or not, if he's got any improvement to make. If he is maxed out, if this is who he is, then we overpaid a little bit. He's probably worth $9 to $12 million per year. But the thing is, his friend Bruce Brown got like $23 million a year, which people compare them because they're jack of all trades kind of players, this and that.
Give me Terrence Mann over Bruce Brown.
What you say?
Give me Terrence Mann over Bruce Brown.
Really?
Yeah.
I think Brown's a better shooter.
I don't know. I think Terrence was a better shooter.
Really? Outside shooter?
I think Terrence is a better shooter.
Terrence is a better shooter. The only thing with Terrence is sometimes he gets in his own head about his shot. Like, if you look at his shooting splits every year, his three-point percentage is very solid, but he treats himself like a 34% shooter or lower. And that's the problem with him. And once Terrence shoots the three with confidence, then teams actually start closing out, and then he gets to do what he does well, which is attack closeouts, make a play, because he's not a creator, right? And I think a lot of people think that Terrence is going to take some big leap or some breakout season where he's a creator. He's not. He doesn't have the wiggle in his game. He doesn't have the bag like that. He doesn't have a good enough left hand, not a good enough shooter off the bounce. He has good IQ and good passing ability, but you know how it goes. If teams are going under screens with you, if you're not garnering help, then you're not going to have the ability to make great passes all the time.
Dom, y'all had him playing point guard at one time. If that was like a year and a half ago, like when was that?
Right before we traded for Russ or signed Russ. But the thing is, Kawhi and Paul wanted a real point guard, like a guy that was a high assist guy and all that. So my thing is this. I think Terrence Mann could easily outplay $16 million a year. A guy that can defend, that can knock down threes, that is a good cutter, that does the little things and can connect with any lineup. And he's gotten better in the playoffs every single time.
Yo, do we want to get this guy out of here?
No, I don't care what he's saying. He clearly has a love affair with Julius Randle. So, like, he thinks you guys are big losers of the trade. I think he'll be proven wrong. I'm not even a Cat fan, but I
just want to know, we was trying to be nice to Donald, but if he's going to be disrespectful to Donald, like.
Donald is upset, guys.
We've been trying to help Donald all evening.
Donald Trump, Donald Duck, Donald this guy, they're all the same family of clowns. But my thing is, Terrence, take the actual analysis out of it, dude. I think he has a chance to he can outplay that contract. I think it's just a matter of him staying confident in his shot. This year, I think having Derrick Jones and Nicholas Batum back and Chris Dunn is going to make Terrence's job easier. He won't have as much pressure on him to just guard the elite players all the time. He can just guard someone. And now I think that solidifies his starting role, because Ty Lue was talking about, we got to have our guys earn their starting roles. I think if you paid him this contract, he's starting. I also think Terrence, he could have waited out this year, right? Had a great season and then got even more money in the open market. But the fact that he took this deal, I think it's very team friendly too, because you can trade the contract. It's not like there's no trade blocking. Like, he could get traded, worst case scenario. And Jerry West literally said to all of us Clipper fans that every team calls about Terrence. So I don't think it's going to be hard to move if it doesn't go well. But I hope it does. And like, this is my favorite player on the team. He literally cares so much. Like, he tweeted today after he signed his contract, homegrown. And I think that matters. We always talk about it, Fabian. Who do you want to root for? Kawhi and James Harden, they have their fans, but they haven't gotten the stadium excited in the last couple of years. Clippers, at least. Westbrook did. Terrence, he plays to the crowd. He plays with emotion, and he always plays hard. He's such an ambassador for everything we do. At the Intuit Dome, guess who was there introducing the building? Terrence Mann. He's a franchise guy. He's been here since day one, and I want him to retire a Clipper, man. So I'm really ecstatic about it, dude. Like, I couldn't be happier. Him and Zubats, the two longest tenured Clippers that everyone loves, that actually care about this organization, aren't just mercenaries there using LA in their home to have a place to play. These guys actually want to build something here, and it's evident from the way they play and talk. I'm so happy they've been extended. They both took, in my opinion, somewhat team-friendly deals, especially in Zoo's case. And to have them long-term, it doesn't matter if we rebuild, retool, or stay with this team. The fact that we're going to have them adds a level of likability to them. I need some players to actually fucking like. So I'm so happy we got Terrence staying.
Oh, Flea, I was wrong, by the way. Dead wrong. Man is like shoots 5 points better than Bruce Brown at the 3-point line.
Yeah, it's just he needs to be more
better shooter.
Let it fly.
Yo, Don, before I go, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
How long before y'all fire Tyronn Lue?
Wow. Why we fire him?
When is that gonna happen? What does he have to do to avoid being fired?
Why is the firing even a topic of conversation? His number one option is never healthy.
And I understand exactly what you're saying, Don, but you know how this NBA is. I'm asking you, what needs to happen so that Tyronn Lue doesn't lose his job?
Instead of being better, Dom.
If Kawhi stays healthy, he won't get fired because I think if Kawhi is healthy, the Clippers are going to be a pretty good team.
But so let me interject real quick. Even if Kawhi is unhealthy, Ty Lue signed up for that at this point, right? Did he resign? Yeah, he resigned.
And let's say this too, Flea.
Yeah, Lue just got an extension.
Yeah, he did sign an extension, but how this goes. One thing about James Harden, he can carry an offense in regular season. He can, James Harden's battling history this season. He's never missed the playoffs in his entire career.
Wait, whoa. Wait a second, Dom. Wait a second. Come on, we got the sound effects here. We gotta hit you. We have to. What the hell is going on tonight, Flea? A James Harden compliment from Dom Dropper?
Yeah, he doesn't do that quite often.
But I'm not lying though. It's like, by the way, I feel all these comments about if Kawhi is injured. If Kawhi is injured, we're not going to be good. I think James Harden will still be able to get 35 to 40 wins just based on his offensive prowess. And then there's one wild card involved here that no one's talking about.
That was mad sarcastic.
No, I'm being dead serious. 35 to 40 wins.
All right, but offensive prowess.
He does. I'm being serious. But Kevin Porter Jr. is a very interesting topic because I don't know how much leeway he's going to be given.
Yeah, how much is he going to play?
Player.
How much is he going to play?
That's a good question. We've been having that debate all over Clipper.
Yeah,
here's the thing. If Kawhi is injured, he's going to play because we're going to need offense. Otherwise, it's just James Harden by himself. Bones is not going to be in the plans. He's going to get traded. Sadly. I like the guy.
I hate that for him.
I know, man. Kid can't catch a break.
Yeah, he can't find a home. I don't like that because he's a talented player, but there is something must be missing in his game. His approach. I mean, when it's young guys, you always like the lazy way is to attribute it to not playing defense. But if he can't crack the lineup with Tyronn Lue, then part of it must be a defensive thing.
Yeah, either defensive thing or you said his approach. I mean, is his attitude great behind the scenes? Because we saw him pout in Denver, and it was definitely not easy for him to go from you're the backup point guard for Westbrook to now you're not even in the rotation anymore when we got Harden. It's tough, man. It's a tough business. And speaking of tough business, man, Karl Anthony Towns gave a lot to Minnesota. 9 years. He went through a lot there. For them to trade him like that out of the blue because they didn't want to have his contract. Like, that's harsh, man. And they arguably got worse still.
I don't think it's out the blue when you draft, Ant-Man. You play second fiddle, no problem. At this point, you got to realize you're not a number one. You're just not. You guys just describe them as a possible number two. He's gonna flip flop as a number two, number three with with Bridges and Brunson. Some nights, Karl Anthony Towns might look like a number one when he's on fire.
That's what some nights it may happen. We may see him go on stretches where we're going through him. That's a luxury.
And I don't think it was a surprise for him. I think there's CAA connections there. Tom, we just read an article how him and Tibbs kissed and made up a year ago. Mm-hmm. I was looking at the Clippers don't have that. Like, they have James Harden and Kawhi, but we expect a lot. Well, Kawhi just had surgery. Did you get to react to that? How do you feel about that?
I did on Locked On Clippers. Another year of they're talking about Kawhi is going to be limited in training camp. Like how long before we say enough's enough of this, dude? But the problem is that we're so stuck because of that ridiculous trade that Kawhi forced our hand to make for Paul George, where OKC has a choice this season whose pick they want, Houston's or ours this season. Yeah.
Hey, Don, real quick. Hold on. I'm sorry. Cut you off. Kawhi had surgery?
Apparently a cleanup procedure on his knee done this summer. This came out 2 days ago.
So when is he going to be ready?
They said they're optimistic that he'll be fine, but he's not even confirmed to play on opening night right now. Could you imagine we open up that new building and he's not healthy for opening night? That would be on brand.
That's disgusting. That's on brand, but it's disgusting at this point.
It's insane. And then you know what the worst part is, bro, is Lawrence Frank sat up there after he got pulled from the Olympics and said it was he was fine. Like the USA just pulled him like as if he was okay. Like clearly he was not okay. And again, you're feeding the fans bullshit. Like how much are they going to lie about this guy's injuries to us? Like I made a whole thread on Twitter. It has like 30, I think it has 50,000 impressions at this point. I posted it 2 days ago listing all the lies and dark clouds around Kawhi's injuries as a Clipper. And it's really insane, man. It's like
damn, Fabian,
you know how long I've been.
I didn't know that. You didn't tell me. Damn, you didn't tell me
Shams
that. Right?
tweeted it.
I'm sorry. No, Flea expects me to give him all. I'm his Woj bomb.
Yeah, I just didn't see that. Yeah, damn. Yeah, I don't like that. That just pissed me off. Like you going into a new building. Like it's. I mean, yeah, I want the dude to be healthy, but Lord have mercy. Like, come on, man.
See, like, and that's the thing, Flea. If we try to trade him, we're obviously going to be worse because you're not going to get equal return, and we don't have our pick. OKC is going to swap it, so then we have to pick 28th or 29th because OKC will be a top 3 team this year.
1,000% they'll be a top 3 team this year.
So it's very hard, man. It's like, I hope this is the last season though, because we have no choice.
Last season of what?
Kawhi experience.
He just signed a 3-year deal, didn't he?
Yeah. This is year 1. Oh, by the way, I got to give a shout out to this guy real quick. Shout out to the boy in blue, all the Birmingham fans, dude. You won't believe the way they treated me out there. It was unbelievable. Subscribe to this guy's channel. Again, I'm all about, and this applies to my boys right here with AllBall TV, I'm all about supporting local fans of their teams. You ride with your team. You make content on your team, your local team. That is what I gravitate towards because that's what we are, LA-based. You guys are New York-based. And, you know, there's nothing better than hearing from the passionate fans, dude. Same with Birmingham over there. So, like, amazing, bro. I appreciate everybody for treating me well. And, yeah, dude.
Shout out to boy in blue.
I saw some of that blog out there, Don. I'm gonna get with you after. I'm gonna get you a call.
It was crazy, man.
Yeah.
Just amazing fans. Just amazing fans.
3 out of the 4 guys on the four sportsmen are single. They sound like they're trying to make some crazy plans in London or wherever the hell Don was at.
Hey, no, well, in London, I just kind of blended in with in terms of like, there was a lot of American accents. When we went to Birmingham, though, because the second biggest city in the country, they were not used to hearing any American accents. So like we got stopped and talked to, and it was great. But what was amazing was my boy Davo, who makes vlogs, like very similar content to me, but he's much bigger than I am in terms of his community for Birmingham. He's a Laker fan. So funny enough, we met on a channel, NPZ. You remember NPZ? It was non-players a lot.
Nah.
It was a Lakers history channel, and it has like, Flea would love it. It's like 15 to 40 minute videos of pick any Laker game from 1980 to 2012. And he's got it there with Chicken Stew broadcasting the game. He doesn't reveal the score, and he'll show the other team's points. So it's like, and fucking Adam Silver and the NBA took off so many of his videos, but a lot of them are still there, thankfully.
Oh, wow.
He hasn't posted since.
I'm a little offended you say that. Oh, Flea would love it. Well, I think I wouldn't love it.
You would love it too, but I think Flea because Kobe's in there a lot. But like, see,
what's your business?
I love the sporting page. He says,
I get jealous.
NPZ is a great Laker channel, right? Shout out to Chick Hearn. So I'm just commenting.
Oh, Chick Hearn, when you hear, I was just watching some David Robinson highlights against the Lakers. Chick Hearn, this is why you know, ESPN would be stupid to put Stephen A. Smith on Monday Night Football and everything. Like, just from a fan entertainment standpoint. Where are all the Chick Hearns, man? You understand? Jeff Van Gundy go. Chick Hearn sounds so crazy.
Legendary, bro.
Didn't he come up with the 18-footer or whatever it was?
He came up with a lot, but I mean, it's a gold mine. Like, no pun intended. It is a gold mine of Laker content. I mean, Magic and then the Van Exel days and all that. So I kept seeing this guy commenting on the videos named Davo Birmingham, and I was like, okay, let me click on his page. And it was a bunch of vlogs for the English national team and for Birmingham City. And I was like, oh, this is awesome. He's like showcasing his fan base. It's really cool. So then I commented one day and I was like, I'm subscribed to both of you guys. And then NPZ was like, Dime, you got to go to Birmingham. You got to see Davo. He's a legend out there. Everybody knows him. And then Davo, I guess, just like started following me and started liking my content because this dude loves the Lakers. Like, he's a Kobe fan, Nick Van Exel. Like, he really knows basketball. And so we just kind of connected. I met him during the World Cup when he was there to support England. I was there to support Iran. And he came to game 1 of the Clippers series against Dallas this year. He was in my video. And then I went to Birmingham. And like when I went up to people and said, I recognize you from Davo's videos, they treated me like they knew me for 10 years, buying me drinks. Like it was crazy, bro. It was really crazy. Like the beauties of the internet. You know, met you, met Davo, all these people.
And that's our guy, the boy in blue, right? Davo?
No, that's this guy I met through me being at a game. And he's also another guy that makes content for the same team. Davo has been doing it for like 11 years or something. I don't know how long Boy in Blue's been doing it, but Davo's been doing it for like since 2011.
Boy in Blue, let us know, Boy in Blue.
Yeah. But
I'm very jealous. I was jealous when you guys signed Nicholas Batum.
Oh, yes.
$4 million. I know he's 36 years old. I get it, but I was way more impressed. Flea knows this with his defense on Brunson than Oubre could ever. Batum is just a smart one of the smart players, brings the ball up, hits clutch shots out of nowhere, bothersome. It would be nothing to have, been able to bring him off the bench. Obviously, the Knicks had their plan. We, La Cosa Rosa, we trust. But I'm happy for you guys to get him. But like the Clippers are just in disarray for me. Like the Clippers and the Pelicans, even though the Clippers are older, the Pelicans have the same problem with. I don't think the talent matches.
It's not disarray, Fabian. What it is the Clippers know they can't win the championship. They just want to be competitive enough to fill up seats in a new stadium and give. My biggest question, bro, is what does Kawhi, because Ty Lue's getting paid regardless. He's like, I'm down for the challenge. Like, I know how Ty is. What do Kawhi and Harden think about this team?
You think James Harden cares?
No, I don't. But see, he's like, I came here to win. I care all about winning. And like, to be honest, he was very professional last year. Like he was a good Clipper last year. I can't lie, but I'm not convinced. Like somebody who only wants to play a certain way is not a guy that I think is going to put championship over anything. He cannot play without the ball in his hands. He needs to have the ball. And everyone's like, I mean, James is going to have the ball so much this year. And I'm secretly going like, where's the wall I can bang my head against?
Secretly.
Yeah, not secretly. But the thing is, everybody thinks I have to like him because he's good at basketball. Like he's an all-time great. Like I have to like that. Like I don't have to like you just because you're good. And I know it's not going to win a championship. If he was going to take us to the conference finals, then I would be open to like getting over it. But it's just like everything I preach, man, like as a coach and like as a fan of the game is like ball movement. By the way, random question back to the Knicks. Do you think, given that this added talent, it will be less of a heliocentric approach from Brunson? Because like it was, Brunson led every category in terms of like ball dominance, like having the ball in his hands, dribbling, all that. But you needed him to. Do you think now it'll be a little bit more of a, spread offense?
It was going to be anyway, because I was going to say how you feel about James Harden is how I feel about Cat. In a way, I don't like his brand of basketball, settling for shots. But what he offers and what he does bring to the table is the spread offense, right? 5 and out, whatever it's going to be. And Bridges is going to take some pressure off of him. I don't think it stops Brunson from being like that. Like that's who he is. We can't run. That's why you're so pissed about James Harden, because that's who he is. But with Brunson, he's so, I don't want to say efficient. He's so persistent at getting to that paint post game. Putting pressure on the defense as much as he can for a little guy. And with Cat, it does open the floor up. And Bridges, like you just said earlier, Bridges, Cat, and Brunson are going to alternate being the number one option at times on that offensive end. So I'm not worried about the heliocentric ball, because that's going back to the point of, rooting for the guys that you want to root for. James Harden, we don't like to root for. Cat, I don't really care to root for, but they make it so much easier by getting on the floor and just having an open court there now. And I want to root for Bridges, Brunson. Brunson's the guy. He's the guy for all this. So the heliocentric stuff, that's what's going to be interesting, and why I believe they're locked into the rookie kid, Tyler Kolek. Kolek looks like poor man's Brunson, bro. I don't know if we got to see any highlights of this guy. He looks crazy.
Wow.
He looks crazy.
I've heard you guys talk about him, but highlights is
highlights are tough. But he's a winner in college, a bunch of awards, bunch of accolades. He looks a lot like Brunson. And before he went to Marquette, he was at George Mason, so he worked his way up there. I think he has like all conference awards and everything. This kid is a winner. He's a winner. It's everything Jay Wright was telling Bob Myers about Brunson. Yo, I don't care what you say. This guy has a post-up game and he's a winner. What are you talking about? So with Tyler Kolek, remember, he's a pure point guard. Once you see his passing, you're gonna be like, oh nah, this guy's official. So I know he's a smaller guard alongside Brunson, but that can kind of take away and add what we need that Brunson doesn't give us. Because that's where Brunson was starting to falter. The Lakers got caught up to him when we lost OG and Randle. They saw we weren't as spread anymore on the offensive end, and we couldn't spread it out. And they would take advantage of Brunson. We're going to start double teaming you because it's hard for you to kick out of the double team once you cross half court because you want to dribble the ball 9 times every time you touch the ball. So we know you're going to do that. You're going to try and do that when we double you, and you can't throw that, that pass that all the longer players can make. Tyler Kolek is probably going to be able to penetrate the defense and dump the ball off and engineer the offense better. I wouldn't be surprised if we see some lineups with especially when Brunson sits down, the Kolek, Bridges, Hart, if Cat's going to be in there. We're missing the shooting with Divecenzo.
What about Deuce? Is he going to play? I mean, he was awesome in the playoffs.
Right, Deuce. He can shoot, but he's kind of streaky. And maybe because
that's great.
His defense is amazing. Him out there with Bridges is going to be tough. Another guy, he's 6'3", 6'4". Kolek is like 6'1". But to see, I'm going to have to imagine Bridges is an Iron Man. He's going to lead the second unit. And Kolek, I'm going to have to believe, is coming off the bench to run the offense. And the Kolek, Deuce, Bridges lineup is going to be amazing to watch and try to see develop. I'm excited about our young guys too. Jericho Sims has been pissing me off my whole, his whole career here because he has so much potential, but he's the same exact player as a freshman in Texas. Like, that's frustrating. And the total opposite can be said about Tyler Kolek, who can take away exactly what you just asked me. The heliocentric ball that Brunson is going to be. Is that considered heliocentric though?
I think. I mean, you ran everything through him. It was a bunch of. I mean, here's what I was going to ask before I leave. Is my last question. Is your number one source of offense is Brunson pick and roll. What's the second thing you're going to go to? Because I know ours. Kawhi ISO number 1, and then Harden pick and roll number 2.
Bridges, they're gonna have to implement the same exact offenses that we saw with Mikal Bridges in Phoenix. He
didn't get plays. I mean, the only thing he had.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
One little curl. That's it.
No, that on the free throw line extended. I'll send you a KOC video where he broke it down. That's when Bridges took the leap, and then Phoenix went to the championship because they finally had a second guy. That's the guy.
Third guy, you mean? Because Chris Paul and Booker were the top 2 guys.
Chris Paul in third. Yeah, but Chris Paul, of course he can create, but we saw Mikal Bridges. Okay, so then even if he's the third option, we saw times where Bridges became the second option, and sometimes the first when he was leading the second unit. I'll send you the video that KOC made though. Okay. He broke that down. This is from like 3 years ago. I watched it in real time when he made it, and I saw how he took a leap. And again, he was the point of attack. So that's going to be, that's the tough part. I think that's what I expect. Because OG on the wing, when he puts the ball on the floor, I'm scared to death. He's just like fumbling the ball a lot. That pisses me off. And of course, come on, man, the pick and pop with Karl Anthony Towns.
That's. I mean, I think when I say Brunson pick and roll, I think because you have to think right when the beginning of the season, you're gonna probably play Cat at center. I'm not excited about that defensively, but you have such a good point of attack that hopefully it makes up for it.
And then OG's alongside him. I'm gonna look back at the Ayton and Bridges relationship in Phoenix. How did they work out? I gotta look back at that. But I know for a fact they definitely ran plays for Bridges.
No, I know they ran plays for him. It's just more like I don't remember anything outside of just like that curl to the foul line where he caught the ball. But I'll watch it again. But anyway, Fabian, pleasure talking as usual. Want to give a shout out to my boy Golden Knight. Sent over a bunch of merch. I'm gonna start wearing it on the shows, and Chick Hearn is on one of them, so I'm just super excited about that.
That sounds amazing. Golden Knight is in here?
No, but he sent me close, so I'm gonna shout him out.
Shout out to Golden Knight. He always shows love on Twitter and everything, man. Every little support that we get, especially when you have a big following, man. Like he's big LA. For us, Dom, we're on the East Coast, so we love having you on, so everybody sees your face. We love being on the West Coast. West Coast, so everybody sees our face.
Yep.
And yeah, man, shout out to Golden Knights. Shout out to everybody in the building tonight, man. Y'all made this very special. Even though I was, you know, I came all very melancholy. But these comments, they helped Donald go on bananas, and then Flea helping me out, and then you coming in here and being excited about it. It really helped me out. I'm gonna, you know, sleep on it and see what we can really do.
Yeah, dude, I think you guys should be excited. I know Cat's not the easiest guy to root for based on what you and I like as basketball fans, but all I know is this. I will never be as down bad about a player acquisition as James Harden for the rest of my life. And I know that I am only going up from here. Once this is over, I will be the most positive person in the world. But I just want to let you guys know, comment on the video, both on AllBall channel and on my channel. And by the way, if you haven't subscribed to each other, you got to. One gives you we're talking about the two best cities in the country. You get all the basketball news from one side, and you get all the basketball news from the LA side on my channel. And obviously, we both channels talk about basketball as a whole as well. So subscribe to both AllBall TV, Dime Dropper channel, and even AllBall Fabian PerspecTV channel. And comment on the video what you think of the two big moves of the day. Terrence Mann's extension, and of course, the even bigger move, Karl Anthony Towns trade to New York.
Read this real quick, Dom. The boy in blue answered the question from earlier. My dad was a cool dad, always done stuff with us as kids. When I was 11, my parents got divorced, hit me hard, bro. So having him there every day till weekend sucks. So this channel is for lost time. Wow. Shout out to you, boy in blue.
Amazing. Amazing, man. Oh, yeah. Give him a subscription as well, guys. Peace to everybody. Have a great weekend. And, I mean, we're going to be definitely doing some Four Sportsmen season previews in the next couple of weeks, right?
I can't wait to cover Memphis. I'm terrified of them. That's my
good thing you play in the East.
Yo, man. Like, share, comment, subscribe. You know what this is. AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.